Wait, where is it? Ah!
That's literally what happened.
Fucking hell! Okay, I'm gonna give the game.
Polo.
I'm gonna give the game some credit. They did fucking scare me. Okay?
I gotcha.
Yeah, they got me here.
Some of these things are like have these silent hill bugging out going. Oh, so I'm assuming the axe guys are like stronger than your average dork.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, how many bullets do I have in this?
15.
15.
Hunting rifle? Which one's better?
I
But
think
that's 8 bullets.
it's better. Really.
That's
You think the
11
what's
bullets.
better? You cut out for a second.
Shotgun.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, shotgun is always kind of a widespread, big damage gun in most of these horror survival games. Quote unquote horror survivor. I know Alan Wake's a little different, but
I'll keep the rifle just to be consistent on the various. Oh yes, the lantern. Ah, that's a better flashlight. Flashbang. Oh great, flashbangs. Finally things seem to be going my way. And that's the helicopter.
turns around the corner, gets killed instantly. Just like cop pulls a gun on her. Fuck.
Barry?
Why isn't he inside?
Wait.
Oh, berries in these horror games, they never seem to survive.
He actually has managed to pull through for this entire time. Oh fuck.
Wow.
Oh shit.
You got
Damn,
under the
what-
bus.
He made it
Yeah,
inside.
what?
Jake.
I saw the red car fly at him. What hit the bus?
Yeah. The
Yes.
darkness.
Jake, let's go
The dark. Oh, great. So we're just playing modern day Kingdom Hearts. Good.
What the hell
Pleasant.
happened?
Playing Kingdom Hearts horror.
I wonder where he left the sheriff's office. I thought it was a pretty safe, secure place.
Nowhere is safe and secure here. Haven't you learned that? This is
Alan
horror
Wake.
scenario B.
Alan Wake, aka the lives and times of Tetsuya Nomura.
Okay, okay, fair point. Fuck you. Ah!
I see the darkness every day of my life.
Heart,
You
darkness,
think
darkness.
so?
Here's the power of the heart!
You can see it.
Yeah, you Kingdom Hearts haters just don't understand what I went through.
When is this gonna come to PC, damn it?
Never. Never. A PC was full of darkness and hurt me as a baby.
Ah! Fuck you! Fuck you, okay? Fuck
That's
you!
that's what a PC did to me. It punched me in the face.
It wasn't a punch, it was a fucking pickaxe!
Actually, you say that though, but if it gets, well, depends. I don't remember the announcement from EXO 2019. I'll have to go back. But if it gets on Game Pass somehow, then you have a chance of playing it on PC. At least the series.
Yeah, but, ah.
You just let that happen, you dingus.
My controller froze. At
Fair.
the worst time. I fucking hate my life.
Gamer excuses, am I right, boys?
No,
My
I did
controller
not.
just froze.
Not serious, my controller looked up.
It was
Okay.
just my controller. You didn't beat me, stupid zombie.
I'm serious though. My
I
controller
was gonna
literally
freeze-stop
just
you. My
locked.
controller didn't freeze.
We don't care if you're serious. We're still making a joke out of it.
Fuck off.
That's the point of making fun of you. It doesn't matter if you're right.
Wait,
No,
what,
but,
wait, what did it say?
Read it. Trust no one in the dark. I thought I said in the bar, and I was like, that's still applicable.
Yeah. For better or worse.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna need to approach them. That's one. Fuck.
Those flares seem to be the okay, I'll stand correct a bit. I was like, I'm surprised they didn't make an LED light be like a widespread flashlight damage dealer. But the flares seem to kind of be what you need in that regard. It kind of holds everyone still for you to aim more directly at them.
Well, that and it helps you deal with their darkness so that you can actually shoot them and kill them.
So what you're telling me is Sora just needed a goddamn flashlight to solve his problems.
Yes.
Good to know. Can't wait to get to Kingdom Hearts.
The darkness? How do I beat the darkness? I use both light and darkness. I turn a flashlight on and off.
It's like once you get to the final battle of Xehanort, he gets the giant sword blade. He's like, I'm gonna kill. This is gonna be the greatest battle. He just sword just points a fucking flashlight at him. No, my
My eyes, I
weakness.
can't see.
It's a
Falls off cliff.
lightsaber. It's a lightsaber.
Oh man, I'm so sad that there wasn't like a lightsaber. Man, that is one of the more disappointing parts about Kingdom Hearts 3. It's like none of that came to fruition. I was kind of hoping, but oh well.
I know. Go back to bed. He's got a
I know. Leave me alone.
Can't take this.
It's me they want. The sooner I get out of here, the sooner you can all get back to life as usual.
I hope you're right. Come on, let me get this door open.
I mean, they
But the-
all seem to be going after you when you're with Alan Wake, so I
A
mean,
girl needs to
yeah.
get around.
what else would you think other than they're after Alan Wake?
Man, Alan, you sure
See-
seem to get all these enemies to go after you. It's almost like a video game is named after you. Wonder what that could be.
Oh, it's so
You're
weird.
selling a lot of your Alex Casey books.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing. Cynthia Weaver worked hard, following her obsessive rituals, sometimes fighting them, always giving in to them in the end. She haunted the halls of Bright Falls abandoned power plant. She marked her caches with light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness.
Oh, so she's the one supplying the caches. Good to know.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's something here. Wait. What is that book? I can't see the book. Fuck.
I can't either. Editing person, tell us what that book is.
Nah, I don't feel like it. Wait, is that ammo? No. Okay. Hi.
I don't see Barry.
Look,
Oh, there's Barry.
that's him. That's the way to the chopper.
How can you tell the ominous red sky?
It's a fucking flare, moron!
Oh, great! It's
No,
the
it's the sky in
demons.
the Batman animated series.
Oh, I was gonna make a joke that the
yeah!
demons are gonna come back because of Breath of the Wild. But you're right. That animated sky, that show is crazy.
We got a flare gun, boys.
You know what show I kind of miss that doesn't ever get represented as much anymore? Batman Beyond.
I wonder why. Like, the concept,
I don't know.
The
I guess-
concept seemed to work really well. I just don't understand.
Yeah. Like, I'm hoping the new rumors that they're gonna make the Robert Pattinson Batman, Terry McGinnis. I hope that really pans out because I think it's because everyone has this Bruce Wayne bias. It's like it's kind of like Spider-Man 2, where it's like everyone loves Peter Parker and Bruce Wayne, so it's like
Oh,
they never
man.
stop telling their stories. But like, it's time, it's time to move on.
They're
Yeah.
awfully generous with the supplies. I'm wondering why.
It's almost like there could be a
that's
boss where that flare
mystery.
went off. Couldn't be that. Nah. I'm just lucky.
Of course not.
Manuscript page.
Barry got back to his feet inside the Bright Falls general store and dusted himself off.
Let me stop from saving Barry to read about Barry.
Flare guns. And yet here was a conveniently placed barrel of crowbars. Barry's smile widened as he realized that this was the classic movie scene where the hero had to gear up and arm himself to the teeth. Barry threw himself into the role.
Go to the church. Man, a church can't save you now. Not in this world.
I'm going to say
As we've
this.
established.
I'm going to say this right now. Alan Wake somehow manages to really work with an interesting narrative.
You say it's an interesting narrative in spite of itself, or do you think the game itself is pretty solid overall?
I think that the game itself is pretty solid, actually. The overall
Yeah.
premise is also pretty well constructed. So yeah.
Yeah.
Technical issues aside, this is a really good game.
Pastor Howard a piece of my mind
Mhm.
about this lock. Ugh, I told him to get it fixed.
Great. Fuck.
Marco Polo. Oh wow, they actually sound like the mocking voice I was giving. That's a little funny.
All right. Bring it. Ow!
So would you say there are any boss type enemies in this game, or do you think they're more of like the mob mentality is what the encounters you're going to be going through really?
There have been bosses throughout this playthrough.
Okay.
We already fought a fucking train.
Sable would like to have a word with you.
I am not fucking kidding. I fought a fucking train.
Wow. What's with some of these games and just having like in the supernatural games having trains be enemies, like Final Fantasy,
Because they're so
Cuphead.
giant and kind of intimidating, I think.
Yeah. Well, that it's like trains are a dying form of transportation if you think about it, so we have to find some use for them.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna use a flashbang. Just let them get closer to me. That's close enough!
Oh.
I'm gonna let him get close. Okay, that's enough.
Okay, that's enough. It's like, well, I thought you just wanted a hug. Like, why you gotta be so mean to me, Alan?
Where? Oh, there you are.
Oh no, it's the ninja.
Oh, God.
Yeah!
Man, we need to stop playing these games with Genji in them. I don't want to play Overwatch, Yule. Stop trying to make me.
No, it's China interfering.
China doesn't want Alan Wake to have rights anymore, so he's just sending his ninjas in to go get them.
They want you to play Overwatch, and you're gonna do it. Or
There we
you're
go!
gonna have to pay. Even if they don't pay you, you're gonna play Overwatch.
You're gonna play Overwatch, damn it, or our ninjas are gonna get you at night. Wow, Aim, you're Aim. I just called Yule Aim. Wow, Aim, your Yule is very on point tonight. You're almost like a stormtrooper.
Shut up. I'd like to
He
see
said
you doing
almost
better.
because You hit 1 out of 10 shots.
Okay, you say I like to see you doing better, but you're playing a PC game. Why are you using the oh my god, words are hard today. The cursor. You have the damn mouse on the screen.
Yeah, why
Put
are
it to
you?
use.
Why are you using controller instead of keyboard and mouse for a shooter?
I am using a controller. Like I told you, the mouse.
Yeah,
won't go-
why?
Hmm?
Why not keyboard and mouse?
I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Is
But why?
And is that seriously it?
Oh well. I personally, I mean, I judge a little bit, but I can't use keyboard and mouse to be honest. I grew up too much with consoles, but still,
I
I
mean,
would probably learn with more shooters.
I mean,
Almost there.
if you want the real reason, I almost never use KVM on third-person shooters. I always use control. When
Yeah.
I
Well, it's like you could do the.
when I
Go
play
ahead.
when I play first-person shooters, I do use
KVM.
yeah,
Okay.
KVM.
I feel like that Wooly from the Castle Super Beast now, as I have to call them, it's their podcast. He found like a hybrid setup where it's like he would use kind of half of a controller for the stick to move, because I think that's the one thing that would hold me back is I don't mind using a mouse for shooting and aiming. It's clearly the superior option, but it's like I love using a control stick to move. It just feels more fluid. So it's like I feel like a hybrid setup would be better for that kind of appeal.
Yeah. And I definitely see the point of doing that, but
sorry.
at the same time, I also think that it will be a lot fairer to because stick sensitivity in third-person shooters allows you to be more precise in this thing. Like precision
Well,
isn't
any
exactly
shooter
the-
is more precise with a mouse and keyboard. It doesn't really matter what it is, but
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
but in the case
then it turns into what. You go ahead.
Yeah, in the case of third-person shooters, it lets you be more precise in terms of being, like precision.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah, and like that's the point where I'll kind of agree with you, where it's like keyboard more specifically than the mouse part is like, yeah, that's going to be more precise with your aiming objectively, but especially in third person's case, it depends on how you want to move the character, what feels more comfortable, and it's like that's probably going to be a control stick. I don't think moving any character with a keyboard is that comfortable, unless you've been doing it for like a decade.
What the fuck just happened?
Okay, Freddy Krueger just blew the
Oh,
fuck up in our face.
nice one, Barry.
Like that one? A tough audience. Well,
Is he wearing Christmas lights?
What are the Christmas lights for?
That's kind of ingenious.
Garlic against vampires.
Nah, he's such a kind of nice.
Wow, eat your heart out, Resident Evil Barry. You're a fucking scrub compared to this guy. He's wearing Christmas lights. That's actually smart in all things considered.
Yeah, that means they won't get anywhere near him because it's a
Yeah,
really
they won't bite him.
it's a faint but very effective light source. But
Yeah.
before we go on our journey, let's call it a part for now. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next part of Alan Wake when we, I don't know, die or hate green or something.